Hundreds of millions of years ago, prehistory's biggest, baddest fish stalked the seven seas. Here's the question though, what killed it off? The ocean seems to have been a particularly thriving domain when it came to the beasts of our nightmares. One such animal was Dunkleosteus, a genus of underwater armored apex predator that could reach lengths of more than 30 feet. A truly formidable predator, Dunkleosteus inhabited the ancient seas of the Devonian period between roughly 419 million and 359 million years ago. Belonging to the group of armored fish known as placoderms, this enormous fish was discovered by amateur paleontologist J. Terrell and his son on the Lake Erie cliffs near the town of Sheffield Lake in Ohio back in 1867. The unusual creature is thought to have reached weights of up to 4 tons and lengths of up to 33 feet, making it larger than any modern great white shark.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
It should be noted, however, that a 2023 study in the journal Diversity suggests the fish was much shorter than initially thought. Not that this matters though, because its length wasn't the most terrifying aspect of this ancient predator. Dunkleosteus had some of the most impressive and intimidating jaws of any predator to ever exist. Rather than teeth, the fish had long razor-sharp bone edges that protruded from its mouth and acted as blades to consume prey with ease. According to a 2006 study in Biology Letters, Dunkleosteus's jaws produced the greatest potential bite force of all living or fossil fishes, with a staggering 11,000 pounds of force. What's more, these proto-teeth actually self-sharpened as they rubbed together, and Dunkleosteus was able to open its mouth so rapidly that it created a kind of suction effect that drew prey into its mouth. Dunkleosteus fossils have been found in Canada, the United States, Western Europe, and North Africa. And from the multiple fossils that have been excavated, 10 species of Dunkleosteus have been identified, so it was certainly widespread. This begs the question then of what caused these mighty fish to die out. Earth has seen 5 mass extinction events thus far, and it seems like an aftershock to one of these events could have been responsible for killing off Dunkleosteus. Separated by a relatively short period of about 13 million years, the Hagenberg extinction event and the late Devonian mass extinction are thought to have wiped out as many as 70 to 80% of all species on Earth. And while scientists remain unsure what exactly caused them, one theory lays blame on a sudden global shift from greenhouse to icehouse climate conditions, which resulted in a massive drop in the ocean's oxygen levels. This left placoderms in a precarious situation, essentially making it impossible for fish such as Dunkleosteus to breathe, thereby ensuring their extinction. Other theories suggest that a comet might have hit our planet, resulting in a global ecosystem collapse that ultimately led to the extinction of all those species. Supporters of this theory point to a crater in Sweden known as the Siljan Ring as the likely point of impact for this comet. Of course, multiple factors could have been involved in the extinction of Dunkleosteus. It's been suggested that both Dunkleosteus and its fellow placoderms could have faced stiff competition from smaller fish and sharks, which would come to rule the oceans in the millions of years that followed their extinction. What's more, smaller fish that lack the armor of Dunkleosteus actually seem to have been more resilient in the face of mass extinction events than the placoderms. Even if a larger cataclysmic event dealt the final blow, increased competition from other sea creatures could easily have played a factor in Dunkleosteus's demise.